We are live.
FBI, open up!
Ah, okay, that's enough now.
It's you. You need to mute the stream.
Okay, sorry.
You...
That's my bad. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Euro Truck Simulator 2 live stream after quite a long time for not having any of those. A multiplayer, at any rate. There's going to be a convoy stream in the West Balkans and Greece DLCs. It's now raining outside. There are thunderstorm, distant thunderstorm.
It's not that distant.
Yeah, but we have heard thunderclaps and seen the light of the lightning flash. So if the stream cuts out, it might not be on your end, but we might have lost power. So we'll see. Hopefully, it won't come to that, but that's something that could happen tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, yeah, thanks, me. Anyway, yes, welcome. So, participants today are myself, yes, Cango Fango, myself, hello, Sharadise,
Hello.
and Slovak Eagle,
Hello!
hello.
Oh, I'm only half participating.
Yeah, you're on voice chat, but that's still great. Okay, so chat, we've got Merly Mahogany, hello
Oh.
there.
Hold on.
Oh, that was bright. Bright lightning flash.
That was 7 seconds away.
What's the matter? Is something not working?
There's some... I mean, I am joined, but I just realized there's a mod mismatch and some of my stuff might not work, but I think I should be
Oh, no.
okay.
Okay, I mean, I could add it in if... What's the
Nah,
mod you
it's
need? Is
okay.
that signs? Is it the signs mod?
No, those are optional,
Okay.
but there is something else that is causing some of my problems to a trailer, so I cannot tow the trailer that I wanted to take, so...
Is that something I could add still to the mod?
I don't know what mod it is that is problematic. It doesn't tell me. It just says that there's a mod missing.
Shouldn't it list the mod as a dependency?
I don't know. I think it might be something with wheels, but I'm not sure. I don't know which one. Unless... Oh, we don't have... Oh, you don't have the Ekari
Sorry?
trailers. Is that?
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I'll add those quickly. I've got to do that. I don't know how I forgot that.
That seems to
Yards in
be...
chat, hello.
I mean, if you don't
Okay,
want to, you don't need to. I can
No, I
just
do
take a
want to.
different... Okay.
I do. It's fine. So, chat. You'll see all this, probably. Thunderstorm in the background. It's so loud. Okay, it's just crashed. Anyway, that's... Hold on, where...
6 seconds now.
Wow. So okay, hold on. Hold on, I'll very quickly get them together.
Calm down, no worries, no worries. It's okay, we have time.
No, we don't.
So it's... Do we need the Arnux container pack as well, or not?
No, we don't need that one,
Okay,
no.
just the two carry, okay.
Yes.
Carry, traders, and the revision. I've got them subscribed as well, just forgot to activate them, I'm sorry. At least I don't have to download them. That's good.
VGR says game broke. I'm gonna have to see if I can force join.
Oh.
If not. I mean, may the force be with you.
Force the may be with you.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, that's 5 seconds now.
Sure, guys, how's your session creation going?
Generally speaking, quite well. If you look past the trains bugs and quirkiness.
Yeah. Since you've done the database repair, I would recommend retesting the other sessions you've already finished. because they might behave differently now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I had to do a database repair in the when I made the first session anyway, because
Oh,
there was something about a I think yeah, there was something about a signal where the set signal rule didn't quite work right.
and it's
But
working now?
yeah, I did a
Okay.
database repair and then it worked fine.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I should probably do a
Right.
database repair as well at some point, just to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the end of the year.
Yeah. I'll need to get back to Milton Islands as well, because I did the beta test rounds for that, but there's still some things that I would like to fix. But even then, like last time, people didn't even like confirm whether the bugs are fixed or not. The stuff that they reported.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
always
don't have
annoying.
knowledge of that. So I'll just I'm gonna do the changes I wanted to, and then I'm gonna run another beta test. If I don't get any results from that, I'm just gonna submit it directly to N3V, because yeah, at that point Zek will be more reliable than the other users.
Yeah. Actually, are you getting a little? Is there a bit of reverb on the microphone?
Nope, works good for me.
No? Oh, okay, good, good.
Lovely. On our side.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it's just processing the mods now. I'm launching a convoy. Once it's up, I'll let you know. Also, I'm actually usually well, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I've added those two mods to the collection as well because I just somehow forgot. I don't know why. But yeah, now the convoy's up. Now the convoy's up. If you can join, that'd be great.
We check.
While you're joining, I'll quickly show our viewers the route for today. Right. Actually, I'll just change
There's
my status.
so many convoys that the selection, the lobby, is actually
Hmm.
lagging.
Yeah, yeah, true. I've noticed that too. Okay, so everyone, if you want to look over here, everyone watching the stream, it's the right screen. I checked. So here, this is ETS2 map. You might be familiar with it. This is the West Balkans DLC. We're going to start in the very southwestern bit of it, in Tirana, which is in Albania. We're going to go down the coast past Fier and Vlore. I don't know how it's pronounced. I've no idea. Sorry about that. Okay, so lovely road here. I've not driven here yet. I've seen bits of it, but I've not driven here yet. And basically a lot of twisty turny roads throughout Greece. And we're going to end in Athens. We'll see how long it takes. We have gone 12 minutes over time. We've not started yet. So we might not make the entire thing, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll
So,
definitely try.
so VGR says if reinstalling works, I'm gonna join in 20 minutes, and that was sent at 10 past.
Okay.
And Moni Mahogany says hi.
Hello there.
So, I think it's muted still. Oh no, it's fine. I can hear it. It's fine. Also, this got a bit of a revamp.
Bonk,
It
bonk, bonk,
did.
bonk.
Soundboard thingy. Thanks for demonstrating that. Okay, right. So.
Yeah, thanks.
I should remove those.
No,
I don't know. It's a bit strange.
no, it's
I just
funny.
want to because
It's funny.
I got Discord Nitro because someone boosted my server and I wanted to take advantage of that and not just have all those potential perks just sitting around and not being used. So just okay, voice line. Oh goodness, voice lines are recorded for one of my games. Let's just add those in. But yeah, I don't know if they really fit that well. So, the vehicle I'm going to be driving tonight is the Mercedes-Benz 710, which is this sort of rigid lorry. Sort of, I think from the 90s or maybe 80s even, maybe late 80s, early 90s, something like that. I'm not sure exactly from when this particular one is, but I'm quite familiar with these. I mean, not that familiar, but I know these very similar ones from real life. I have just, yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's weird.
So the one I know is from the Shoreline bus operator in the UK, so sort of around Weymouth, Portland, Dorchester. So these ones, and like the front of it, like the cab, apart from being this one being right hand drive and the one in ETS2 being left hand drive, the front part of it, like the grille and the lights and the cab, that's the same between both of those. So I'm really happy that this exists. Also on the workshop, so really easy to install and also to organize convoys and things, not having to direct your participants to dodgy websites or dodgy download links where like tons of pop-ups and stuff.
Aw, but dodgy download links. Come on.
Like the links themselves are fine, but they just have pop-ups coming up, and I don't really want to have people to have to deal with that. I mean, I myself don't mind if I really want a mod which isn't available anywhere else. I don't mind, but if I want to use it in a convo, which I do, then it is a bit annoying. But anyway, I'm really glad this one is on the workshop. Is it showing up, Eagle?
I just
you're
joined.
here. Ah, lovely.
chances are great. Now the internet's slow.
I'm
Right.
sorry to hear.
Now, let's check if I can indeed. No, okay. Right, so that's a
No.
problem. I'm just gonna buy a new trailer. If it's not the Ekari ones, then I don't know what other mod might be the one that's missing. So I'm just gonna quickly buy. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna buy a new Ekari trailer.
I think I know what the issue is. Something in your garage made this sound.
What?
Where you had your trailers parked.
Oh,
And that's why they won't work anymore at the moment.
of course.
Hmm.
Oh
It
gosh, I
happens.
don't remember which one has Brand's paint job. Is it this? I guess that's just going with the standard. God damn, okay. There we go. This will work, I guess. Yeah, it will work for one stream, alright. Buy, purchase, where Tirana, okay. Yes. Thank you very much.
Please do let us know about volume levels as well.
Yes, chat, please.
Use, yes. In your garage in Tirana, alright. Okay. Now I have to wait for the game to actually load me into the world.
I can see your truck already.
Yeah, there we go. Right. Hello.
Hello. Do you like my horn?
It's very squeaky.
Yeah. So this is the normal horn, and that's the air horn.
Oh, I see. No, sorry, I hear.
Yeah. True.
So, what I have.
Oh, wow, I just saw those lightnings streaking across the sky, like from left to right across the window. I saw the actual lightning.
Nice. What I have. This is the normal horn. And this is the air horn.
Oh yes, lovely.
It's not okay. I did not set up the GP. Well, no, I did not set up the GPS. It wouldn't have set it up itself in there anyways, cause that yeah. Right. I'm just gonna follow you.
Okay. You're gonna overtake me there.
Nah, just run
Okay.
alongside you a little bit.
Oh, lovely. I see your trailer.
I had to whip it out.
Oh yeah. I could also. I'll get rid of the GPS in my cab. Just go straight on. Go straight on.
Till morning.
I'm just gonna
So
wait
straight
for
on,
you.
then.
Hold
Ah,
on.
thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Just get rid of it because it is obscuring the view a bit. Because
Mm.
there's only the option for the GPS like on the top left of the cab. Oh, actually, can I even?
Why does that have the Blender 3D logo in it?
I don't know.
I guess it was made in Blender.
Oh,
Haha.
maybe.
Yeah,
Huh.
but why does it say Matuto 3D?
I've no idea. That's the thing. I think it don't. Oh, never mind me. I forgot that I actually can't remove it. Sorry. I'll come back. I did even suggest that to the author. Um, it hasn't been changed yet, but yeah.
Oh, actually, I had a thought here for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Since you guys got the new PC, uh, I may have forgotten, or to ask you, or may have completely forgotten about its existence. That's a road, okay. Or may have completely forgotten about, you know, if you've answered it or not. But
Mm-hmm.
have you tried SimRail yet on it?
I think it works. I do think it works. Yeah, to some extent. I'm not sure if it lags or not, but with that boot flag, those flickering issues aren't really a thing anymore. As
Yeah,
far as I
but we'd
know.
have to double check the performance.
Yeah, we need to test it still, but we have seen that it does like graphically function at least.
Yeah, like the glitches are gone, but performance-wise, I don't recall.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, yeah. If you could check, that would be neat. And then
Yeah.
I can potentially get it for you guys for a summer sale or something like that.
Aw.
Because I feel like you guys would really enjoy it.
VGR
That's kind.
says, Cango, do you still have the Maz installed? Says I don't
Uh,
have mod mismatch.
I should do.
Was it because you just activated that other mod for Eagle? Is that the mismatch?
I don't remember deactivating it. It should be active. But I can't say for sure now, but I don't remember deactivating it.
Oh my gosh, Cango, the
Should be in
turbo on that thing. It's so
Yeah.
squeaky, so high pitched. Wow. Oh wait, hold on. Step on your brakes a little. Okay, interesting. I see. Okay, never mind then. Because for a second there, I don't know. Did you accidentally activate your flashers indicators, like all four of them?
Maybe?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember. I think I did.
Oh my
If I
gosh.
did, then if I did do it intentionally, but I don't remember if I did now.
Yeah, no, because I saw them flash and I was like, I think they flashed with the brake lights as well, and it kind of
Oh.
confused me.
Oh, I see.
This is a very nice road that you've chosen. I have to say that I have driven on it. There is a special cargo available for the coastal road that we will be traveling on in a bit.
Ah, did I forget to put that in as well? Hold on. One moment.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop up ahead.
I should have really double checked. Hold on. MAZ. Very quickly. Is it there? Is it in there? No, it's not. I'm so sorry. It's in there now. That everything should work now. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Meteor says, I'll see if I can join now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It would be so nice if I could get a recording of the lightning storm.
Just take out your
Yeah.
phone. Oh, and actually, phones have a very terrible time with lightnings.
Well, yes, that, but also I don't really have a position where I could really mount it to.
Hmm.
Should work.
Yeah, I guess that's also. But yeah, phones still
Right.
have a terrible time with lightnings and just flashes of light in the dark, so that wouldn't work really well either.
Hmm.
Oh, there was another flash.
Okay.
Is the cab too far back on that?
What do you mean?
Like the collider, does the collider extend too far forward?
Of this truck?
Yeah,
Why?
like, because it looked like when you were just going around the bend on the left, it looked like you collided with the car.
I did collide.
But is it just the angle
No,
going down?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, okay.
It is right.
You can
Like,
try
it's okay.
crashing into the back of my truck if you want to check where it actually
No,
is.
No, it is okay. It is
Alright.
correct.
Oh, there's a train there.
Oh.
On the left. It's going past now.
Ah, I see.
Oh, it goes down into the city.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh yeah, because we're in Albania, right? Aren't we?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, we are. All right. They have very interesting railway, to say the least.
Can't say I know much about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have got some very interesting meats on the sessions that I've already made.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice.
I have to say, I was thinking of making like a general schedule for Century or Mini as well, like you are doing for your route, but I came to the realization that if I were to actually do that, there would be so little trains that it would not be very enjoyable.
Yeah, if it's realistic, yeah.
Yeah, and part of the magic with Century Mini is that there's just so much variety in traffic as well. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess there's a big difference if it's like a really tight commuter network, or
Yeah.
if it's intercity trains.
yeah, absolutely. Especially when you have something like what I have, because you can do literally everything. So yeah.
I mean, that also saves you a whole lot of work and headache.
Well, you say that, but if you have to focus on every single aspect, not just one like a commuter network, then it kind of becomes slightly overwhelming in certain aspects. Because now you have to figure out all the freight stuff as well and all the storage stuff as well. It's wild.
Well, yeah, but if you're just doing it on a session by session basis, then you can just put down the stuff that looks good and feels right without having to make sure that everything works out correctly, including like timings for when trains meet at junctions and how long they would have to wait there for the signals to clear and what accelerations are like and where they can overtake and all of that stuff you wouldn't have to worry about.
Well, you say that, but I mean, if it comes down to like if you have a schedule that you're trying to stick to like you do, then obviously you have to worry about it a bit more. But I still have to worry about it even without such a schedule because, well, obviously meetups and more trains moving at the same time makes for a more interesting playthrough. And
Yeah,
so
of course.
timing it or just triggering it in a way that the player would actually get to see it all is still a bit of an art form to to perform.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, of course, but I mean, you'd have to do that with the schedule anyway. It's just with the schedule, you'd have a whole bunch of other stuff to figure out beforehand.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah, yours is a bit more complex. But yeah, when you have a schedule like you do, then well, you pretty much have to always like conform to it, right? Because once you set up a schedule that you want to stick to, it's essentially gonna be always same. Maybe you can make a delayed train show up here and there, or maybe something special like a freight train or the rail maintenance HST, for example. Oh, there's there. Oh. So
But yeah, I mean,
obviously like that. But since
yeah.
I don't have a schedule, I can do whatever, whenever, wherever. So
Goodbye.
yeah. So it kind of works out in a bit of a more interesting way because hey, I don't have to put a passenger train here specifically. I can just choose, hey, let's put a freight train in here instead. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's how I've always done it in the past. But with this, since it is a network specifically, um, this does have the benefits of me being able to put like all the proper destination signs in place. And if I'm making different sessions, like for different services, but in the same hour, then I can have different meets and connections. Have the player play through that from different point of views. So
Yeah,
Points of
absolutely.
view.
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that. Plus, it also when I designed the schedule, I also already I had in mind where different meets would be most interesting, and so
Yeah.
I shifted schedules around to
Accommodate that.
oh yes, there is a box.
Also, sunset behind us.
Oh yeah. But
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
EGR.
essentially, you still end up with something unique. It's just that with your approach, it's a bit harder because you have to map it all out. But yeah, it's still a good
Yeah.
way of. I'm being pushed by a car.
Oh,
One second, let me a bit of chat. 1 second.
Yeah.
EGR says now for the entire mod list, and then what the hell, man? And then Cango, Sheridas, get rid of this bot. I have, yes, thank you.
Alright, which way are we going? I don't know.
hold on. Why can't it? It should drive.
Where
Why
are
are you
you?
driving? Hold on.
Oh, you're there.
Hold on. I kind of.
What's the issue?
I tried to reverse, but just didn't want to move for some reason. Okay. Yeah, we're taking this exit. Just this one.
Yep. Car. It's good.
But yeah, I mean, trains being late by at
Come in
least
front.
a couple minutes isn't isn't very rare at all. So
Yeah.
touching things a little bit for more interesting meets
Yeah.
is very much still on the table and even typical. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which is also like something that I'm kind of battling with because the limited size of of the DLCs, right, is kind of playing against me when it comes to Century of Mini. Because we have quite a lot of stuff already that is relatively big on file size as well. Like the houses and everything. I mean, sure, it's more optimized to take less space because of using libraries and stuff, but the problem still it's still there because despite all of that, it adds up gigabytes quickly. And so my main worry when it comes to Century Mini is that it's going to be too big for me to do the variety of sessions that I would like to do. And because we cannot do session DLCs, There's only the other option, and that is to release the sessions on the DLS. But I'm not super happy about doing it that way. But if nothing else, I can accommodate to it, I guess.
Yeah, or you
Should I
could.
say daytime here, or because this is the
Yeah,
road? we're
do daytime.
Also,
Okay.
well, I mean, another option would be to put the session
Oh, hold on.
packs-
Hold on. I just pressed the wrong button. Can you still hear me or not?
Yep, yeah, I can.
Okay, stream couldn't out. I pressed the console button. Hold on.
So.
Does this? Okay. I need to remember Alt tilde Alt.
So.
Okay.
So two things. One, you do also have the option of maybe putting session packs up for sale on your own website, for example.
That's a possibility, yes.
And I mean, although that does mean that you're going to have to deal with a whole lot of logistical and admin stuff on top of.
Yeah, theoretically. Because I mean, it's something that we have been thinking about doing anyways, like setting up our own website for Central Europe Mini as well, and all the other stuff that we've been making, the locals, the train cars, the buildings, everything on there. And there's even come up the fact that with all the engines that we are making, that we were thinking of doing it in basically release a few of them on the DLS for free for people to try out and play with, and then do paid reskins for the rest of them. And then basically per operator as well. But we've been thinking about making our own website for sales as well.
Like the Train Sim Classic Marketplace.
Yeah, basically, or like JR or NARM or whatever else there is.
Although that would lock those assets out of multiplayer, basically.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
If you buy them on third-party website, yes. If we release those engines on the train store as well, then it doesn't exactly lock them out of multiplayer. And there's a little benefit to this as well, in that since it's our content from our little group, we don't necessarily have to go miles with emails and stuff like that to try and gain permission to use someone's DLC in another DLC, because it's our content, so we can reuse it. So there is that little benefit to it. Did I hear a train? Oh no, I hear Kango's turbo.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure out what the best.
Yeah, absolutely. But at that point, it's gonna be a bit more complicated for the taxes as well. Because if it's just like me, sorry, voice crack. if it's just like me, one singular.
That's what taxes will do to you.
Yeah. If it's just like me, one singular person, then doing the taxation stuff here is really easy. I don't need to set up my own company or anything like that. I can just pay it out as me, a singular individual human being, basically. A freelance kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But if you have the entire group and you have a website for that, it might become a bit of more problem. So at that point, it's gonna be a bit more hardcore on the taxes as well. So there's a lot of stuff that we need to contemplate as well about this.
There's a little town down there.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
So lovely.
Although another thing about the schedules, one thing that I found interesting is that because of the way my network is, I mean, there's a lot of trackage there. Like it's over 100 kilometers. It's like, I think 110-ish kilometers of total line. But the individual service lines are only, I mean, the longest ones are like 45 minutes-ish, I think. Because it's not one long line, but it's many interconnected.
It's a network of
corner
lines, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But because of that, some of the services end up not looping properly over an hour because it takes them just more than half an hour to get to the place where they're going, so they arrive too late to take the return service back.
Oh,
Which
I
means,
see.
yeah. Now, now IRL, they would probably just extend the service by a couple stations so that the train arrives closer to the time when the next one is supposed to go back
Yeah.
or something like that. But I obviously don't have the option for that unless I want the services to despawn and then respawn on the edge of the map or stuff like that, which I don't
Yeah.
really want to do.
Yeah, I
So-
get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, so for several services, I've just gotta have additional trains that just wait around for ages at the station, which has the interesting side effect of needing to accommodate those. So, for example, at Duckley, it's a 4-track station, and 3 of those tracks are accessible from the main line in both directions. Actually, in one direction it's 3 from the main line, 1 exclusively from the branch line, well, from the other main line that comes in, and all 4 from the opposite direction. So basically, they're not all accessible from every direction, which means it would be ordinarily I would just say, okay, well, there's 2 trains here, and I'll just put them on those tracks where they're out of the way. But with the timetables, I know, okay, there are these many trains here that come from these lines, which means they have to be on these platforms. And now I've got to figure out how to route the other trains
Yeah.
onto the other platforms and how to make that work, which
Yeah.
is a
It's
bit more
not-
work, but
Yeah.
it is fun in a
Yeah.
yeah, it makes it
The-
feel more realistic as well.
Yeah, there's this one thing that I've noticed about Britain and I'm just gonna say rest of the world is that you guys don't have signals in the middle of the platforms to like divide them between in the middle.
Normally no, but there are exceptions.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. I feel like Birmingham New
Yeah.
Street, I think it was, comes to mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that does the division to A and B.
At least in Train Simulator, it has that.
Yes, yeah, that's why it came to my mind. Thinking like, hey, hold on,
Yeah.
I've driven that recently.
Is that a castle? Hold on.
Might be a folly.
That is a little. I think it might be just a little house or some kind. It doesn't seem like a natural castle.
Ah, yes, this was laid down.
All
Ignis
natural
Rock.
castle, out of all natural stone and seaweed and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It dates back to the Hadean period.
Delivery!
oh, I thought you could go down there.
Ah,
I was hoping for it
same.
as well.
yeah.
It's okay. Go.
Okay. So, Shadows, what you've basically got, if you've got trains standing at platforms for a long time, it's basically just stationary, well, temporarily stationary waiting rooms for the passengers.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's raining out or nighttime cold or
Yeah.
whatever, they can just go on the train, wait, and then whenever their actual train comes, they just get out and then get on that.
Yeah.
And it's also fun because I mean I've got the regular commuter livery for the 465, then I've got the express and the coastal livery, and then also the 155 commuter.
The Sprinter.
And so just knowing, okay, there's an encounter here or a meet here, and knowing, okay, this is a train with this livery, and knowing that that's not just based on what I think would look interesting, but that it's actually a timetable behind it, is quite fun.
Yeah. Quickly going back to the split platforms that I mentioned.
Yes.
We did make
Ooh,
something.
One second.
Yeah.
One second. A couple Twitch messages from VGR. 1 second. It says game just stopped working. I'm trying to join through Steam and it keeps saying I have mods mismatch. I got everything on.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe you've got the wrong versions of some mods. If you've got...
It's all workshop there.
Oh. I don't know.
You could try verifying game files on Steam for ETS2, like right-click properties. Could try that.
Right.
An
Yes,
option.
split platforms. Split platforms, yes.
Yeah. We've done some split platforms on Century Mini now as well for Germany, and honestly, it's such a good idea that we're probably gonna do it on other stations as well. Very applicable, of course. But we've split the longest platforms in Germany into half essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So we
How
can.
many coaches?
How
How many coaches long are those? Or?
Oh, well, because every single country uses their own little different length of coaches, it's not exactly a good way to measure in carriages. But the platforms are like 430 meters long. So if you split it down the middle, you get like 260 plus minus,
I
right?
see.
Which is pretty good length for a standard size train, like 6 cars, 7 cars maybe.
Yeah.
So pretty
Just look
good.
Yeah. Just look at the scenery.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Even in this game, like wow.
Rooms.
Yeah.
Momoni says thumbnail. And
Good idea.
VGR says, Cango, put a pic of the mod list after stream in the convoy chat. Maybe I need to load them in the exact same order.
It should prompt you about that though.
Yeah, if you
Yes.
need to reorder them, it should prompt you.
Yeah.
And it should also tell you if like what mod you're missing.
Yeah, that
really.
too. If you open the game in the lobby where you select the convoy, select Kango's convoy, and then if you scroll on the right to the bottom, there is the active mods, and it checks for whether what is on the server, what is not on the server, what is a mismatch, stuff like that, and then it you have the ability to download the correct mods and even activate the correct mods eventually as well.
Yeah. That should work.
We could take a screenshot over here in this turn.
I was thinking, maybe with the ocean in the background, possibly,
Yeah.
or maybe, we'll see. Let's
By
have a
the
look.
house.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
There's a car coming.
Are you sure that's a house and not like a gun battery?
I'm pretty sure that is a house, yes.
Let's have a look. Right. Can't see much in the background.
No, it's just an ocean.
Okay,
There is a gas station further down.
There's a hang glider directly behind us. I'm not sure if it's synchronized.
Oh, there is, yeah. Nice.
Could have that somehow.
Yeah, that works.
Maybe.
Got a nice screenshot.
Yeah. Could do that. No, I don't know if I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, that should work. That should work. Right. That should be okay. Should be fine. Are you done?
Yep, we can go.
Okay.
Yep, there's more lightning.
Yeah.
I will be spending the entire week building the railway in Minecraft again.
Mm.
How's
But
that going, by the way?
I have something to show for it, indeed. it's
Ooh.
it's an atrocious amount of work, to say the least. I've died a few times, but yeah, it's going. It's still being built.
Good.
If I
Very
had
nice.
today on my hands, then I would have had a better progress, but I was gone the entire day, so
Oh.
I couldn't build. But yeah.
Oh, I see.
Tomorrow is Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If I keep building the entirety of Sunday and Monday before the stream, I might be able to be just about outside of Mr. W's house with the tracks.
Ooh.
Wow. We'll see.
That'll be a surprise. Just boots up Minecraft next, and then just a big locomotive just right outside his front door.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be that easy, because, okay, I could just make the tracks float, but the problem I've been dealing with this entire time, and that's been absolutely, utterly, disgustingly time-consuming, is
Hmm.
what I sent you, Sheradice. Me just making a very smooth gravel slope to follow the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that the entire way up, manually by hand using the zinc
Oh wow.
copycat blocks.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
And because it requires zinc, I had to go and mine. And the amount
you
of
did
cave
before.
systems that I've discovered at this point is
Wow.
just massive.
And you wait, so for all of the slopes, you're putting in the smooth copycat blocks.
Yep. It's
Oh,
it's called a
that-
copycat
okay.
layer. It's called a copycat layer, and they stack on top of each other. It basically divides one block of size into 8 smaller pieces, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can stack on top of each other. So that's what I've been doing, just going up one by one.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I can. That yeah, that does sound like a whole lot of work.
Yep.
So, VGR sent a screenshot of the error message. It says error, I have to join the session, and it lists so many mods in red text. In fact, it might be the whole mod list that's just reached like the character limit of the message.
Oh, I want to check
That's-
that as well.
Something's wrong there.
Mm-hmm. And VGR says, I guess I gotta bench some future convoys.
Hmm.
It is the entire mod list, says VGR. Huh.
I'm sorry, I can't help with that.
Yeah, that is the entire list, yeah. The Ekeri trailers, the lights, my interior, Brand's skin pack,
Mm-hmm.
your
repaint.
skin packs for the buses as well.
Yeah.
Everything is there. There's something more going wrong with VGR's stuff.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
The mods are present locally.
It's from the workshop.
Yeah, it's all from the workshop, but
Yeah.
you know, it cannot be a different version, not with all of the mods. So there is something else going on.
Yeah, the only mod I updated is the the Carosa for the Carosa, the VGN Nürnberger Land pack for the Crows, but that was also days ago, like weeks ago at this point.
Like, do you have any other third-party like Steam integration software running or anything like that that might be messing with it? This bit reminds me of some of the ETS1 roads with the specifically some of the roads in, I think, Italy, going to some of the industries.
Mm.
Can't tell you. Yeah, well, I mean, if you do, then that might be the reason. I don't know. It's just that's what comes to mind, but
Yeah.
it's just a guess. Just
Yeah.
a guess.
Also the map DLCs, if they're...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Been also thinking, since I'm taking a little break from Century or Mini, that I could stream working on a different route. Because I do have something started, but I don't know if I want to finish it.
What is it?
Uh,
Tell us.
it's based on a real line close to my home,
Ooh.
but I'm doing it a bit more fictional so that I don't have to bother doing the realistic stuff. And because if I just
Custom
do everything
builds.
realistic, I have trouble keeping to the project.
Yeah.
But I feel
That
like
takes so much creativity out of it, yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I feel like if I just keep the track alignment and then just do the scenery stuff for it more creatively, I could maybe get it somewhere. So that's a possibility. But I'm still contemplating that, because I've as much as I would like to stream more of building and stuff, my internet is not being exactly behaving nicely lately. So there's that. But
Have you been? Maybe you need to pay it some compliments. Like maybe it needs to feel appreciated.
who's a good internet? Oh, who's a good internet? Yes, you are.
I'll give it a pat on the head.
Just pet the router.
Yeah. Give it a bow tie.
Imagine if that actually worked, though.
No, jeez. Don't tempt it, because it might actually be like that. Oh. Right. Wrong lane. Oh, Cango, what the hell?
You didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything.
Right?
Right?
Right. Sure. Plucks eyes out. Erases memory.
Is that a... That should...
It is. It is.
Oh no, my music, it stopped. Anyways.
There, Eagle, on Discord.
I'll check momentarily.
The
I don't really like
right
old.
isn't on there.
I don't really like alt tabbing from Eurochart because.
Okay, it's just a GIF for the Madagascar with the penguins. That you didn't see anything. From.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that one. Oh,
That's
jeez.
it's just that.
I see. All right. All right. I don't like alt tabbing in Eurochart because it's causing me sometimes problems where the game just stops registering input from my mouse and my steering wheel as well. So I don't really
That's
alt
bad.
tab it anymore.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just so interesting because Eurotruck is the only game that does that.
Yeah.
In fact, more than that, makes dimes.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. I also noticed that the way they handle full screen mode is different to other games. Like, for example, with YouTube videos or something, you can have like picture-in-picture mode, but with ETS2 and ATS, that wouldn't. It doesn't display it on top. It can't.
Yeah.
So they do something differently. I don't know how exactly, but yeah. Now this bit I have driven before, but just up until now I haven't.
Is a hidden road? No. Okay. I tried.
Ah, sorry.
Oh. Okay. No worries.
Okay, stay.
Turn. There we go. The force feedback, even though it's not on the highest setting, can sometimes be very fightful.
Uh-huh. I see.
You sound exhausted after that turn.
Kind of, because it kind of burned my hand as I was turning the steering wheel around so quickly. Because it's encased in, it's not like leather, but it's like leather-like material, some kind of textile, right?
Like faux leather.
Yeah, something like that. And so, you know, when it glides very quickly over your hand, it just burns so easily.
Ooh.
And when you have to go from full left to full right, that's like 900 degrees of rotation on this wheel, so yeah.
Mm.
You need hydraulic steering.
Oh, come on, man! I can't even turn around in here.
Okay,
What a
before the
waste.
acres.
Oh no, don't do that.
Do you know the song?
Which one?
Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this truck this rig around.
Oh no, I don't know that song, no.
It's an old trucking song from the US.
Huh.
It's about a
Give
guy.
me 40 acres,
It's about a
yeah.
guy who he's just starting as a trucker and he just needs so much space to turn the truck around that anytime he gets somewhere, like it goes to the like he's going the wrong way. He needs to turn around to go the other way, but there's not enough space.
Down a one-way street in town.
Yeah, exactly. Or he goes to the industry and he's got to turn it around to park it in, and he's considering to get some dynamite to blow up the walls so he's got enough space to turn the truck around.
I think it's probably from the 70s or something, I'm guessing. But yeah. Bus stop.
Woo. Welcome to Ionina. Probably mispronounced that completely.
I couldn't pronounce it any better.
Fair enough. Eee. Hi.
Hello.
I'll link it in your songs.
Song
Ciao.
recommendations.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a fun listen.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
about the Minecraft Railway, I've also built the first station, and that is the spawn station.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
How big is it?
It's really small. I just did something nice and small and cozy for the beginning, because I want to save majority of our resources for me and Brand building the massive factory to automate as much as we can. So I've pretty much like just saved it and just built it out of wood, a nice little cozy station. But I did I did put a little bit of an effort into it. It's not just a hut.
Good. So how is the train things? But say I wanted to take a train from mine over to yours. How would I go about that? When the railway is done.
When the railway is, well, I'm gonna explain it as it works right now. As it is right now, you need me to be on the server and actually call for a pickup, and I will come and pick you up. And as it stands right now, since there's only one actual station, you can just say, hey, come pick me up at these coordinates. I'll be waiting by the tracks. I'll come there, essentially. Right? So I'm not stopping at stations yet. I can just take you from anywhere to anywhere. But when the full thing will be done, I'm still contemplating whether to reuse the steam train that you've seen, that I've been using this entire time, to make that run circles around the network and just be automatically stopping on all the stations as it goes by, or whether to build a new train That would be just like a DMU. Think of like Pacer on the 158 or something like that, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Right, something smaller that would just make the round trips for me, because that can travel. The automatic trains, they can travel off the render distance as well, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So and if they can, so if it's gonna be running the circles, either way, the way it's built right now, it's just gonna automatically stop at each station for a set amount of time, and then it's gonna depart again. So it's
Yeah, and you've got the schedule boards, right? That automatically update and tell you how long it'll be till it gets there, right?
yes, I'll need to figure it out because that is some advanced create stuff, and I'm not exactly 100% sure how it all works yet, and I'm not exactly feeling like building a water wheel and some kind of power generator for each and every station that I build.
That's
So
fair.
I mean, we do have the electric create extension thingy.
yeah, I could reuse that as well, but that still requires me to get into advanced electronic production, which I'm not even
Oh, yeah.
anywhere close to tapping into, let alone making proper functionality across the entire map for that. So yeah, it's not the it's not the best option right now. It's definitely the option that I wanna tap into. It's probably going to be the best option, but as it stands right now, the schedule is just gonna be written out on a board.
On a sign.
Yeah, on a sign, and it's just gonna say, hey, the round trip of the train is this amount of minutes. You can hop on whenever it arrives. It stops at each station for 1 minute, for example, right? So, yeah.
Mhm.
As it is right now, with the speed of the train, it takes roughly 1.5 minutes, maybe less, or somewhere around there, to go from my base to the spawn station. And to reach Mr. W's place, I think it's gonna be like 50 or 60 seconds as well. So it's really fast.
Will you also extend it to Willis's jungle base?
Yes.
Ah.
But that's going to be an absolute massacre. I've been scouting the
Yeah.
terrain. I've been all the way to his base as well at this point. Because I think on Tuesday, me and him were online as he was working on his stuff, and I was building the tracks. And I was like, "Hey, so you want the track as well?" And he said, "Yeah, as long as it's not too much work." So I was like, "Yeah, it shouldn't be." Jesus, was I wrong? I scouted the
Wow.
terrain. It's going to be a massacre, but I can make
Just
it
ju-
work.
Just build it in a tunnel at level like 16.
I don't want
And
to
just-
build tunnels. I mean, as easy as that would be, I don't want to build the tunnels because I want you guys to be able to look out from the train, see the scenery go by.
That's fair.
That's the entire the thing over the train as well. Like I want you guys to be able to see the
Yeah,
outside
true.
world. And
Otherwise, it's just a stopway.
yeah, exactly. And at that point, I might as well just build the London Underground,
Mhm.
downsize the train slightly so they're not as tall, and
Yeah.
just ride on a super frequent service.
Mhm.
But yeah,
So
no.
Yeah. So earlier you said that the trains will go and they will drive their circles. So will it actually be a loop, the line, or will it be a back and forth shuttle, or
If
how
I
will that work?
decide to build a little DMU that has a cab on each end, I can. It's gonna be a lot easier because I can just use that single track to just go there and then reverse back out and go there and back and there and back, right, without issues. The thing is with oh, there's the trucks on the right side. With the if you just have the train with one singular cab, so just one direction of movement, it's a bit of a problem because in reverse it is very speed limited.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
I have to But if I do a second cap that is facing the other way, then it's not speed limited and it can go maximum speed in both directions. So that's why I'm contemplating. If I do a DMU, then I don't need to build an actual loop at the end of the line for the train to turn around.
Actually, you could. What about doing one of those GWR auto coaches?
That's an option, but I don't really have the blocks to actually make it suitable. Are we turning off?
Yes, right word.
Alright. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, like, when I was looking through the block list and stuff, there is quite a lot of stuff that is not missing, but like, for me to be able to create more realistic trains, or like actually recreate trains, I'm missing quite a lot of different block types. But at the same time, I know that it would introduce quite a lot of mods, which I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
my main focus is probably just gonna be either recreating the real trains that I can, or just fictionalize it somehow, like I've done with the train I have right now.
Well, yeah. I meant like something more like inspired by the auto coach.
Yeah, I mean, I could try. The thing with making the trains is that it's best made out of the copycat blocks, and they all require zinc to make, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I do that, then the zinc is literally just a frame. The copycat block is just a frame, and it takes an actual full real block of a material, some other material, to fill it up to be a certain texture.
Yes.
And that becomes essentially the fact that it uses twice as much such resources as it needs to, but it gives you the option to repaint them essentially down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there's cons, there's pros to it, and it just waits contemplation of like what am I willing to do, right? And
Is there?
yeah.
No, go on. Finish.
And there's also the fact that this is gonna be a long-running server, I hope, and the entire stuff regarding this. I don't want to just like speedrun through it all, so I've been actually keep holding back on the progress through the create mod, but
Yeah.
I've really only just been building the tracks this entire time. That's literally all I've been doing.
Is there? I know that you can automate iron production with
Yes.
like generating cobblestone and then crushing that into gravel
I
and then sifting that
can
and so on.
automate diamond, gold, copper, iron, flint.
But no zinc.
I think no, I can automate zinc as well, but the automation of zinc basically already does gold, iron, flint, and copper as well with it, because it's
I'll
the
grab
same
some fuel.
chain.
Ah.
But the major issue with that is that there's compact ways of doing that, and then there's the big ways of doing that. The problem with it all is that even automating it, like, sure, I can automate a small portion of it very compactly in a small manner, right? But then there is the entire massive other stuff that needs to be put into it to actually bring it to full automation. This particular chain of automating zinc, for example, it starts with cobblestone, right? We have cobblestone generators, they've always been a thing. Oh, Cango is at the fuel store, I'm gonna wait for him. Automating cobblestone, yeah, you can do that, it's easy, right? You get a cobblestone, you crush it into gravel, right? Then you take that gravel, you wash it, and it turns into sand. You wash the sand, it gives you clay, right? Or other way around, I don't know. I don't remember exactly, right? But you get the clay. So you have to wash it twice to get into clay. From clay, you can, and all the previous products, they give you a byproduct, which is the flint, right? Or something else. Now you have the clay. You can make it into a clay block. You can then crush the clay block, and then you can from hold on, crush the clay block. That gives you no. You bake the clay block into terracotta. You crush the terracotta. You get red sand, and then you wash the red sand, and you can get gold out of it. Right?
Wow.
That is the gold.
Yeah.
That is just the gold production. If you want to get zinc and other stuff as well, after you get clay, there's a byproduct of this that I think is quartz. I think there's one more thing you have to. I think if you wash the clay, you get quartz out of it, right? And that quartz then has to be combined with cobblestone, I think, and that gives you andesite. I might be mixing some stuff up, but essentially you need to get another block, right? And then that andesite needs to be combined with tuff, which is on itself made by diorite and something else that I don't remember. And that something else is made by something else, and that something else is made out of cobblestone again. So
Doesn't tuff also generate?
everything starts with cobblestone, but you have to do different processes of cleaning and mixing it up and baking it and mixing it and plating it and whatever to get what I need to get, and that is
Stuff.
yeah, that there's some kind there's a block mix that gives me the ability that when I crush it, I have a chance for a spawn of zinc, gold, copper, and iron out of it, right? So yeah, and this block is naturally spawning out in the open, but you know, going out and mining it and constantly is not really an option, right? And this kind of automation, it's massive, but it's possible.
Yeah, and I assume that the chances of getting those items you need to process further are quite low on some of them.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
so you would need vast amounts of like initial resources like cobblestone
Yep.
to get any sort of reasonable output. Which
Yeah,
then of course
exactly.
means that a tiny little compact processing plant, even if it could theoretically get you the stuff eventually, it would just take way too long to get anything that
Yeah.
any usable amount of stuff.
Doesn't tuff generate naturally?
It does, yes, but you know, going out and mining it constantly is not
Yeah.
really a viable option because you're just gonna be
True.
running out. You're gonna have to travel further and further for it, and it's not good, right?
Yeah.
But you can make it in the factory, so that will work. But you know, all this just to get 4 nuggets, right? This is just this is not like we're talking about obtaining iron, copper, or gold ingots. This is all just obtaining nuggets of it, right? And the way, like, one of the YouTubers that I've watched who has made a similar setup on a relatively, like, is not a very efficient scale, and is essentially what will be aiming for the first part, because, well, I just don't have the resources, is gonna generate like 600 gold nuggets per 2 months.
Hold on. There is a viewpoint here, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, it's up in the car park.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, 600 gold nuggets every 2 months, you said?
Yeah, that's like, you can count it down to minutes if you want, but essentially that's like that's how much he got in 2 months of that. Oh shoot, I'm stuck. Of that machine operating.
Huh.
Can I help you?
No, I'm just gonna teleport.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, the map was right in front of me. But yeah, so you get the idea. It's It's a lot. And I mean, you can make it faster. You can obviously easily scale cobblestone generation, so that's
Mm-hmm.
not a problem. And as for making stuff work faster, um, well, the baking is obviously limited in how fast it's done based on whether it's a smelter or furnace. Though Create does have its own stuff as well, like it has its own blast furnace that needs to be actually built out of normal blocks. And I'll need to get to that eventually to actually be able to produce some proper stuff.
Do you mean like a multi-block a multi-block
Structure.
structure?
Yeah, essentially, like I have to manually place the blocks to make it into a blast furnace.
Oh yes, yeah, it's a multi-block structure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so you get the idea. Um, there's just a lot of stuff to that, and it's gonna be a very long run. So that's why I'm hoping that we'll be able to survive on this server for a long time because, well,
Yeah, I hope so too. Although, I mean, I think that the main, like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that the main kind of restricting factor on that would be the people who really aren't that into building, like, up factories and tech stuff,
yeah,
kind of running out on of stuff to do.
yeah.
If they're
I
not really
don't
that
think Willis
into
is gonna run out of stuff to do anytime soon, judging by what he's doing in the jungle.
it.
um, I don't know about Mr. W though, because he's still living in that little hut, and
Mm-hmm.
but I've been thinking about hey, because he seems to be at least mildly interested in the create stuff, so I was thinking that hey, maybe if he gets bored and he can help me out with it.
Yeah, although he wasn't on 2 weeks ago, so he missed out on a stream.
Yeah, which is unfortunate,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yep.
Saw the monastery just then.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh yes, and VGR's gone.
Okay, good night then.
Oh yeah, see ya, man. But yeah, you get the idea. There's a lot to it, and I mean, I would definitely appreciate help with it as well. So really,
Yeah,
just like
well,
if anyone's interested, I mean, I'm even down to like replacing some mods. If like people get tired of this and that, I am not against adding some more mods to make it more interesting for them.
yes, if performance
Holds
is, if
out.
it's gonna
Yeah,
work, because I know Mr. W is playing on a laptop and he has been saying about lag occasionally as well, so already,
yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah, I mean, with helping, we'll see how far I get with some of the mechanism stuff, because there's some things in there as well that do help with resource collection, which
yeah.
might be. I don't know how expensive that stuff is and how long it takes to build, but um, yeah, that's what I'm aiming for at the moment.
Yeah, that's also the
Oh,
thing that I'm,
good note.
trying to keep it relatively, lag free or as little lag as possible. But obviously, create if you scale it up enough, it's going to
Just
become
drop
a
back.
problem with the lag. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been researching some ways to like mitigate it and to make it nicer. And I do have some ways of doing that, but yeah, it's an option as well that it's a thing that I'm keeping in mind and
Hmm.
trying to keep
By
it.
the way,
Yeah.
there's a hidden road just where you are if you're interested. I'm not sure if you know it already.
No, I do not. Where?
Just follow me.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry if I got you off there, but
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's
that's
okay.
good.
It's okay.
We've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would, like my plan with mechanism stuff at the moment is I want to get another advanced solar panel going, and maybe another battery box as well.
Yeah.
And then I want to build up my kind of starter factory building and work towards getting things like the digital miner or ore washing and stuff like that
Yeah.
with mechanism, which needs a whole lot of power, which means I will probably need to get into the fission reactors as well,
Yeah.
which means um, interesting production chains.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which may or may not include uranium hexafluoride.
I have noticed that there's a lot of mechanism stuff that I can craft with create, and a lot of create stuff that you can craft with mechanism.
Yes, because they like with Ore Dictionary they do
Don't
share.
think it continues here. Hold on. No, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
Yes, they do share some of the same ores,
Okay.
which means, or like for example, I think all shapeless recipes can be made with a create mixer, for example.
Yeah, hold on. What I'll do is...
Oh, no time indeed is here. Hello. This the Dark Lord is here. XDDD.
Yeah, truly the Dark Lord.
Wow. Hold on. I will just quickly switch tracks and then we'll continue. We'll do the rest of it, okay?
Alright, yeah. Gonna wait here
Ah, that little thing. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's got to be one of the smallest vehicles on the workshop, isn't it?
Oh goodness. Got to teleport.
Yeah, teleport in. Like, no, teleport in front of Eagle.
Really?
Yeah. Or actually, yeah. Where there's space.
I'll go right here where I was, right? I was.
Oh! Nice.
This got updated as well a couple months ago or weeks ago, and it actually has custom engine sounds now.
Nice.
Okay, so how about still got the waypoints, lovely. This is of course the
One, yeah. Sorry, you're gonna finish.
just wanted to see. Yeah, there's the MAZ 7190 from the workshop. Yeah.
In terms of performance and like auto crafting and things, the Applied Energistics 2 mod also features auto crafting, but in a more digital way that is likely much more performance friendly, I would guess. And so it might be like, and the Applied Energistics 2 mod can interface with other tech mod machines. So for example, if you have like a crusher and a washer and a furnace, and you've got raw iron ore in the system, and you want to order some iron ingots, then it can figure out, okay, it needs to put this amount of resources into this machine, and then once that's done processing, it'll put it in that machine, and that machine, and that machine, until it's got the end product, which it will then put into the system for you. So you can set up a lot of stuff with that in quite a digital way without having a lot of parts that need rendering.
Yeah.
Which of course isn't as aesthetically pleasing as create contraptions, but for functionality that might be a good option.
Yeah, I see where you're going, yeah. The thing is, like, at the same time, what I've been thinking of is that we could quite easily cooperate in that you could have, like, the modern facilities and productions and stuff like that, and then me and Brent can take care of, like, the steampunk stuff, right? Because that's essentially what we are aiming for this entire way as well. Even the factory that Brent has been building today is quite it's gonna be very steampunky.
Yeah, well,
So, yeah.
well, maybe. I mean, that does seem to be like the direction that things are going. But I do want to get into the create mod as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know how much I'll do in terms of resource production chains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to do things like moving doors and elevators and contraptions and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
And since basically I have all of that set up, I can already like show you and teach you how it's done as well, if you want.
oh, nice. Yeah, well, when I get to it.
Yeah, because you saw the elevator at my base that goes down to the mine shaft.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the train as well. And yeah, one of the next things that I want to figure out is the clocks, and to make my own custom one eventually as well.
The cuckoo clock, you mean?
No, not I don't mean the cuckoo clock. I mean, I mean a proper big one, custom built.
Ah, yes.
Imagine Big Ben, like Elizabeth Tower, but just as a giant cuckoo clock.
You know, that's not far-fetched to actually build with Create.
Yeah.
Do you have the stone bricks?
Not
But
yet.
yeah, when you do get into Create, or if you do get into Create, use as little belts as possible, essentially, because they are the biggest source of lag when it comes to the
Yeah.
mod.
Because it is all rendered items on there.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, I
of
think
course
if you use...
there's all the interaction with the belts and all that stuff as well. So
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it does... I'm pretty sure that the mechanism, like logistical transport pipes and stuff, do connect to other things as well. Or you can like connect them to a dropper or a chute or something.
yeah, I mean,
And
I can definitely think of several ways of how to connect mechanism to Create and vice versa when it comes to manufacturing and like basically anything really, item transfer and stuff like that. So it's not a problem. Really, all you need is a chest and a hopper, but you
yeah.
And a whole lot of patience.
know. Yeah, the hoppers are still slow.
But there is a thing from... I'm not
I
sure.
was just guessing.
I'm not sure if it's from Create or from Mechanism, but there is an item.
Train.
I think it's called a chute or something.
That's
that
Create.
acts like, yeah, that something that acts like an automated dropper. Only it drops entire stacks at a
It does
time.
not stock entire stacks, it drops 16.
Oh, sorry.
The thing, then maybe they changed that in an update. The thing I'm thinking of dropped entire stacks.
Yeah, I don't know, because
Or
I
maybe we're
do
thinking
have
of
a
different things.
chute at my factory, and I use it to mass produce gravel essentially. But it takes 16 or 12 blocks and just drops them by that amount.
Then maybe we're thinking of different things.
I don't know if we are, because there isn't any other chute that's.
Yeah, like I might have gotten the name wrong.
Oh, I don't have any fuel. Hold on. Actually, I'll get one. Yeah.
How's my
What do you
fuel?
mean?
I'll
You
get
can't fuel.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll just get a tiny bit of fuel still.
Yeah. Gonna use it then as well.
Also, in the description, the mod creator did say of this truck that like really big trailers for this are also in the works. That you can actually use it
Nice.
as well.
Nice. Very
Because
nice.
like this, yeah, like this you couldn't hook up to anything because you just collide with it.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It would be nice if they also added like a fire engine back accessory for it. I don't know. I think it could be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've noticed you've been playing a lot of SnowRunner. lately.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you wish to elaborate why?
Yeah, well, there is, as you know, I don't have a proper computer for myself yet at the moment that
Yeah.
properly works. So, why Shardis also can't join the convoys while I'm playing. However, Shardis did find that Nvidia are offering the GeForce Now service,
Oh
where
yeah.
you can register your Steam account or
Cloud
Epic
Play, yeah.
Games stuff, and you can just access. I mean, it's not every game, but you can access quite a few
Yeah.
Steam games and stuff
There's
over that service.
also if you well there's the GeForce Now. There's also the um the Xbox one, what was it called? The Xbox Game Pass offers the same thing as well.
Hmm. I
So
see.
Yeah,
yeah.
but is that only for? Is that like what's the price tag on that, and what would be
I
available
don't
on
know,
it?
I don't use it,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
I think I might
Mhm.
know someone who still has a coupon or something for it. That because I know a friend who has been using it quite a lot, and he's gotten some discount stuff as well for it. But he has no way to
Mhm.
use it because it's like for first time users and stuff like that to basically reel new people in. So as long as you haven't
Oh, I
used
see.
it yet before, then I can ask him if he maybe still has something like that if you guys are interested.
Hmm.
Well, we need to have a look at what the service, like what they offer and what
Yeah, absolutely.
like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
there's about it. But
yeah,
thanks, yeah.
Thanks for the offer.
yeah.
But yeah, that one of the supported games in that is SnowRunner, and
Oh,
so I have been
sorry.
able to play
It's
that.
not that surprising, Ego. It's a popular game.
No.
um,
um, thinking about it now, actually, I think the Game Pass, if you are going in for the first time, I think it's like €1 for
oh, I see.
few months. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
At least I think that was the promo they had. But I'm not sure how old
Hmm.
that is because I think it's been a few years. I'm not sure if they are still
Yeah,
doing that. But I know
we'd need
people
to.
are
Yeah,
talking about it a lot.
hmm. We'd need to double check.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, the so Nvidia offers with a free plan. I think it's 100 hours a month that you're able to use it, and
Yeah.
it's only 1 hour sessions, and then you're back in a queue. So you wait for just like maybe 2 minutes or so in a queue. Usually it's just around there. Then you get
Uh
to
huh.
play for 1 hour, and then it automatically boots you out, and then you have to go to the start of the queue again, which isn't too bad. I mean, it works really well.
Yeah.
So I found, and it runs on a laptop because it doesn't have to run it on the laptop, but on Nvidia's computer somewhere, which you
Yeah.
just
Yeah, you
you're
just need a
basically just
good internet.
watching. Yeah, you're just manipulating a live stream basically.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Yeah.
just watching a live stream.
It's pretty
So,
much like Steam Remote Play.
hmm. I haven't used that, but
Hmm.
I guess so. Hmm.
But you have many options at this point.
Hey,
Because it's a technology that's gotten popular rather quickly.
hmm.
Can you lead? Because I don't know where to go. Oh, I
Well,
brake
dude.
shot you, didn't I? Sorry.
Yes, sorry.
See, I don't know which way to go,
Yeah, we're
so.
just here. We're just going straight ahead, but yeah, we'll see. Also, it's raining. Ah, look at that.
Oh yeah, don't you want to switch today while we're stationary?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was a beautiful lighting in the game. Wow.
Can you check if OBS can hear you? Oh yes, good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really glad that works with just Alt, the same key. That works
Hmm.
really well. Okay. But yeah, I have in the there's just one. Yeah, I have complete. I've in the past weeks I have played a lot of Alaska in Snorna.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
because Michigan I've played quite a bit before, and I
Yeah.
haven't even touched the later seasons. I've
You
got up
haven't at
until
all.
the not really. I've got all the seasons up until the farming one with the Kirovets tractors, the two.
Ah, I see, I see, I see.
Up until
Okay.
that one, I've got all of them, and I've also got the GMC Brigadier and Crocodile standalone truck DLCs.
Nice, 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 nice.
Um, yeah, so I basically haven't touched most of it yet, but I have like the what was it called? Like the Lake Kovd or whatever, the Russian the very first season.
Yeah.
I have explored quite a bit of that first map. Um, Michigan, as I said, and now Alaska as well. And on the North part map in Alaska, I just have one task left. So not one of the actual. There's like two different types of contracts. Like there's those companies where there's.
Turn
Oh,
off.
sorry. Sorry. There's like
Yeah, there's the tasks and then there's the world missions essentially.
yeah, the standalone tasks I've completed the second to last one today, and the only one I've got left is the where you have to haul two containers that are stranded in a I think swamp or whatever.
Hmm.
Well,
I
it's not a swamp. It's the winter, of course, but
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
water, you need to deliver them to the port,
yeah.
which is the very
Um,
last one on that map.
yeah. Me,
Yeah.
Brent, Hans, and Svedar are in
Hmm.
one of the later seasons right now.
Ooh.
I think it's Virginia. I'm not sure. I think that's
Oh
the
yes,
one.
the nuclear power plant one.
Yes, we're building the nuclear power plant. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's not really challenging. It's just kind of
Hmm.
annoying because it's 4 maps, and obviously the garages are not everywhere.
I
It's,
see.
so to quote you, it's fun. It's not really challenging. It's annoying.
I mean, it's fun annoyance.
I see. That just sums up the whole Spin Towers Madras Neurona franchise,
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
it?
absolutely.
I like the fact that they've got exhaust particles in those games.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it's actually funny from my perspective because um others, Brand and Hans and Svedar, they're like aiming to get the very overpowered trucks and stuff like that, and me, I'm just here playing among them with my little trusty Freightliner, being like, hey guys, look at me, I just managed to cross the entire map with this amount of cargo. What about you? And me, it's
Oh yeah.
I've managed to get myself a little indestructible tank of a Freightliner. It's an amazing vehicle, really.
Wonderful.
I do have obviously some overpowered trucks as well, and I've been using them occasionally. It's not something I regularly go with actually, because
Hmm.
the Freightliner, the little Freightliner is fun, and it's only 3 axles,
Mm-hmm.
so fun.
Oh yeah.
So it's an 060.
No, it's a 240.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
actually no, hold on, it doesn't have axles in the middle, so it's a 204.
Wait, if it's a 204, then it would have no powered axles.
I think would be 240.
Yeah.
So no trailing axles, just the
I
pony
guess.
truck, which is the yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the vehicle I'm using the most currently is the ANK, like that army, like military, fictionalized military truck from the
Mm.
US, which is from the base game.
Yeah.
But I actually managed to like buy mud tires for it, like the really big ones. and also off-road gearbox, and it works really well. It works really well.
Yes, it's nice.
Yeah,
If you can manage
it's
to
quick.
find something that works for you, and you can do the stuff you want to do with it, then it's really good.
I also really like the international Lodestar that's in the base game, with the really small uh, US sort of vintage-looking truck, like from I think it's
Hmm.
probably from the 70s or something, but like really like round curves, um, four wheels.
Yeah.
But that has like an attachment, an add-on which looks like a fire engine add-on, like a really small fire engine add-on. That's what it looks like to me, like a yeah. And I really like it. It even has the like a red flasher option for the roof, like a light bar thing.
That's nice. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
And
could
I'm
join you
trying.
sometime in the future as well if you would want me to.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I'm trying. One thing I'm confused about is that with a lot of upgrades, um, like you can choose in the garage, you can choose upgrades, but
Yeah.
if they're locked, it says in which region you're able to find these upgrades. And in Alaska, I've discovered all watch points, and I didn't. There's still quite a few that are missing, so I'm not sure where I can really find
I
those.
don't think watch points actually reveal where the upgrade locations are.
Um, they have revealed some of them,
Hmm.
and I did collect all the upgrades I saw,
Hmm.
but I there is also the thing where outside of the watch points, there's also it like also reveals the map, even if it's strange. It's odd to describe, but if you're on the world map, there it's a bit more grayed out if you haven't driven there, even if you can see where the roads are. So maybe it will only appear if I drive there.
Yeah,
I
no, if
don't
it's
know.
grayed out, then yeah, you have to get, you have to drive through there to find the upgrade. But I can tell you
Yeah,
most of them are already like off path or just like
yeah,
in a little dirt or snow little, trail going off to the
yeah.
side. And it's fun. I
It
don't
is
know, have you unlocked the Tatarin yet? The little
not yet.
Russian tank?
I know, I know what it is. I've not unlocked it yet. I've not played in the Russian.
Hmm.
I've years ago I've dipped into the very first Timir map, but I just got stuck immediately. I didn't have a lot of stuff back then, and I
Yeah.
haven't explored. I've only explored Michigan, all the maps. I've explored Alaska. Now complete. Well, I thought I completely explored it, but apparently not. And the Lake Coved, the very first season maps
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, I've not explored anything else yet so far.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you play, or like when you play next time, and if you
Hmm.
open it up for multiplayer, then message me, and most likely I will be able to join to come
Ah,
and help you out.
it sounds fun. I remember we played like once before
Yeah,
Snorner. Played
yeah, we
once.
did.
That was a lot of fun. You had the Voron, I think Voron, like the Ural next. So, well, sorry,
I think it was.
the off-brand Ural or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With,
I think I know which one
and
you mean.
it was basically an unstoppable truck.
Yeah.
And I was just stuck, and then I just held on to you with the winch, and you just dragged me all across the map.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
I
yeah,
that's something with Snurner that I really enjoy is that the quick winch option. It isn't realistic at all, but
yeah,
just being able to like, press F and then C quickly to cancel it, and just if you're zipping around corners and don't want to tip over, there's a lot of like trees that can't like be uprooted. And you just hold on to them and just balance yourself out and then
yeah,
release in the right
yeah,
moment.
yep.
And
I do that
it's
constantly when transporting logs.
yeah, it's satisfying when it works, but if it just about doesn't, you just tip over anyway, and then it isn't. But yeah,
Yeah.
thankfully that doesn't happen a lot.
It actually reminds me. Do you know the
Hmm.
game Art of Rally?
I know of it. I've not played it myself.
Yeah. The developers of that game are working on a new one
Yeah.
called Over the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that one?
I've seen the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. It looks like
Mm-hmm.
such an amazing, cozy, fun little game.
It does.
Would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm also really hoping that SteamRail works well for you guys as well.
Hmm.
Because that would be lots of fun to play together.
Yeah. You mean for live streams or just generally?
Both, honestly. Because with
Mm-hmm.
the way, you can drive a train or you can also dispatch, and there's quite a lot of servers. And the more fun ones are in Europe, right? The
Yeah.
ones that are populated with people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's also one specific server based in Europe that has no moderation. It restarts every 4 hours, but you can do basically anything you want there, right? Because it's not moderated, and it's
Hmm.
like the perfect one to make to do some stupid stuff on.
I see.
And just
Huh.
generally with all the more of like the empty servers as well, is that what we could theoretically do is that Sheradice, for example, hops into a train, and then I just go from one signal box to another, dispatching him.
Hmm. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is. Or you can just, we both hop into a signal box that's just adjacent to each other, so we're neighbors, and just work together.
Hmm.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff you can do. And it's nice as well because you get to drive some of like the older trains as well, not just the new stuff.
Yes, and they released a new DLC.
Yep. It doesn't have any new trains, only liveries, but it's still fun little expansion for the route. It's relatively cheap right
Hmm.
now as well, which we are all honestly surprised about.
Hmm. So is it? Hold on. So does that actually expand the base game's map, or is it a new map? Is it
So
separate, or does it add on to it?
it adds onto it, but the way the servers are set up right now, it's basically treated as a separate line. But
Mm.
okay, so I'm not gonna flood you with the name of Warsaw, Katowice, Krakow, and Lodz because you're not gonna remember that. So think of it like a
Hmm.
city A, B, C, D, right?
Yeah.
Up until now, or when the game released, we've had um, line that went from A to B
Yeah.
and from B to C, right?
Right.
There was a little connection between A and C, but you couldn't go directly between them, but you could like transfer onto the line essentially. Think of it like a triangle kind of stuff, just
Hmm.
not going into C, right? Um, then the first route expansion released, and now you could go from A to D, right?
Hmm.
And from
Yeah.
C to D, but not from B because the track alignment didn't allow for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a massive lag. What's going on?
Oh.
Am I here? Oh no, my game
Yes,
crashed.
Yes.
we can hear you.
Oh no.
That was a game crash. Interesting. No idea why.
Sorry.
Let me.
I've got 6 minutes
You're
left.
driving, careful.
Oh, there's 6 minutes
Oh,
left.
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna.
Apparently.
I can try joining anyways, but basically, so
Mm.
from A to B, and A to D, and from B to C, and C to D, right? That was the first expansion, and now with
Not from B to D or D to
no,
B.
No.
Yeah.
The track alignment in real life doesn't allow for those, and well, it does allow, but that would need another map expansion because it just goes completely different way.
Right.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
Now with the newest DLC, you can go from A to E, right? But that's it, right?
Okay.
And as it is right now, so it's basically just all in one map, merged in together. But the way the servers are set up right now is that the map is treated as three separate maps essentially. So you have a map that takes the original A to B with C and D in it as well, right? So you get those four cities for those four destinations, right? Then
Yeah.
there is a map that is basically only A to E and halfway down to B, right? So basically cuts off that and just gives you that little bit of a, well, I say little, but it gives you that part of the network. And then there is the A to E and A to D with the C as well. So it cuts out the B of it. It's a bit
Right.
weird, and the best way to look at it is on the website map where you can see where the trains are spawning along the stuff, along the routes, and that will give you the idea of what it actually is. And in the game, it also tells you when you're selecting the server what route it is running essentially.
I see.
So yeah, it's this divided right now, and people are hoping that they're gonna merge it eventually, which would be nice.
Yeah. I can
'Cause,
see
yeah,
that. Yeah.
with this new DLC and all the expansions and stuff, if I in my mind, if I combine them all, I think we have 150 or 160 trains spawned at once on the map that people can drive and claim and stuff like that. So quite a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. It fluctuates because it's everything is based on an hourly or a 2 hourly schedule, right? And so it spawns once an hour. So there is a little bit of like repetition as well, but it's not that big of a problem because of the massive delays that every single train will eventually enter. Because the line is 300 or 400 kilometers long, right? You can drive it in full length real time. It takes time to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a possibility. So yeah.
Why do the trains accumulate so much delay?
It comes down to either the AI messing up with routing of the trains, because up until cause they did some changes now to the way the AI is routing trains, but there has been the issue that it wouldn't stop freight trains when it was supposed to, because it didn't have another faster train approaching yet at the signal boxes and stuff like that. So it would let them through, meaning that the fast passenger train would catch up to the freight for quite a long distance and then accumulate the delay, right? And this would go on and on and on for those 300 kilometers of the track, right?
I see.
It sometimes worked. Well, most of the time it actually worked as intended. The freight trains would get stopped, but it wasn't perfect. And the fact that there also was the chance that some trains can already spawn with a delay as well. So that didn't help
Alright.
it either, to give it a little bit of a randomness, I guess. But yeah, it's fun little thing. Plus, also, you have so many different signal boxes along the entire network that are controlled by players or by AI, right? And you have to work together and stuff like that. And if if you're new to the signal box, you don't know how to properly control it all, so you're gonna screw up, send the train wrong way and stuff like that. Stop them eventually, all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So it's just basically accumulation of delay, and also the fact that the trains, they can be player driven. A player accelerates differently than an AI as well. It's like trains essentially. The AI in trains uses DCC mode for acceleration, and
Yes.
the player can use the real mode. It's basically the same in SimRail. The AI just accelerates efficiently full power without tripping any problems or stuff like that. They can just go.
Yeah, I suppose you do need that for performance reasons if you've got a lot of trains on a map.
I mean, it's not really that big of a problem. I think it's mostly just done to simplify the AI code and the operation of like how it's actually driving. But
Yeah, I mean, it also makes the calculations for the AI less resource intensive.
yeah, because I mean, there's that, but at the same time, you can claim every single train in does it spawn, right? It's not like, oh, you just cannot control this train. Okay, you cannot control them when they are out of the map region, basically going to the despawn area. But every single train is going through a playable area where you can drive them, even if it's just for 10 minutes, like some commuter services. But it has to calculate for that kind of stuff, right? So it comes down to this and that, tit for tat kind of stuff, and I'm not well versed into it to know it properly, but the AI simply always accelerates at full power. The players, they take their time.
Yeah.
Not to mention that different junctions have different speed limits and stuff like that. There's a lot of factors that can cause a delay or send the train early and stuff. Also because most of the time the players actually catch up to their schedule and manage to reach their next waypoint or station early, right? So now they have to stop at the red signal, but because they are early, they're stopped, and by the time they accelerate to speed again, they are causing a little bit more delay down the line.
Yeah.
So it kind of cascades, and it's fun. But yeah, you've seen me stream it sometimes as well, so you know what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about trains, I think, isn't it?
Shut it. But yeah, it will be fun to play with you guys.
Yeah, it would.
Not to mention that in one of the updates they also introduced the Steam Train finally. It's only in single player, but
It's only a matter of time before it gets to multiplayer.
that is a possibility, yes. We don't know when or where or why and how, but we all want it in multiplayer as well. But as it is right now, you can only drive it in single player. But it's still a lot of fun. I think if you know Heis, he made a video on it as well.
Yeah. From Century of Steam, yeah, Mark.
Yeah. I think he commented quite positively about the aspect of driving it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Oh, you're behind me. I didn't. I didn't see you.
I teleported back.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to speed up to here because this is where I saw you last at this gas station.
Ah, sorry. Yeah. That's why I did wait for quite a while, but then was like, okay, I was so far behind, I'm just gonna teleport back.
Yeah, fair enough. It did crash
Yeah.
quite badly on the way though. It's good, okay. But yeah. Would be fun to play more
Yeah.
games with you as well. And Railroad as well, like it's got multiplayer now.
Hmm.
Wait, rail route, where you make the station plans and put the signals and route the trains.
Yep,
Is that
yep.
the? That's how does the multiplayer work in that?
Um, badly in one half of the modes, basically. No, there's 3 modes. There's endless, there's timetable, and rush hour. Um, so the developers know that there's a desync and stuff is still like in more of a testing phase, right? They're still tweaking it, but it's working really good in timetable mode. It's not really working in endless, and I have not tried rush hour, but because it's so close to the endless, I'm guessing it's gonna have the same issues with the desync and stuff. Um, but the way the timetable mode works is, well, basically you have, let's say, 3 players, and you all get to play on the same plan. The train positions are synchronized, the signal states are synchronized, the junctions are synchronized, all this stuff. Um, you can what you can do is like devise a little plan where each one controls a different part of the station. So what me, Brent, and Hans did when we were playing it is that we have taken. Well, I made a map, a little fictionalized version of London Bridge, right? And what me and Brand did is that he controlled the terminus stations, Charing Cross, Cannon Street, Blackfriars, and whatever the last one is. And I took care of the stuff that's coming in from like Seven Oaks and Denmark Hill and stuff like that, essentially, right? I gave it fictional names and stuff to make it a bit more interesting, but I've cloned essentially the network from that. So he controlled those terminal stations. I controlled the other half, in front of London Bridge, and that's how we made it work. It was a little bit of fun, yeah. It wasn't a lot of fun because I screwed up the scheduling of the trains. And yeah, because I was not exactly paying attention when I was making some of the schedules, so they wanted to go to platforms that they couldn't reach. So that was a little blunder on my side. But I then did a different map, and that I cloned essentially Prague, and I did the main station, the terminus next to the main station, and the junction connecting the two, and going and the southern Czechia essentially. And so Hans was controlling the terminus station, Brent was controlling the main station, and I was controlling the junction. And that one worked a lot better because I didn't screw up the schedules that badly, at least, right? And it worked out pretty well. And it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So yeah, that's basically how we did it. Everyone just had their cut of the map, and they control the trains in that cut of the map.
So there is no game enforced division between which player controls what. Like you've got to come up with those things yourself.
Yes, if you want, you can just have everyone control everything, which can create a lot of funny chaos as well.
Sounds like it. I'm not sure where will we make it to Athens still, do you think? Already over time?
I think
what's the
we
time?
pretty much...
No, it's way past.
Yeah.
There
pretty
is
much run out of time.
there is a viewpoint on the just east of us.
I mean,
should we end there?
Yeah, I think.
We have to turn around now, don't we?
No, the viewpoint ahead of.
I meant the viewpoint just where we're coming up on, just.
There.
Just further along the road.
Yeah, if we go fast, that's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's do it.
Gotta rush it though.
The default gearbox in this thing when I'm driving is just a 3-speed, and it's not quick. but it also includes this one, which I think is an 18
How
speed,
fast
which
can you go?
quite quick. I mean, especially when I teleported behind you, I tried to speed up and tried to catch up to you, and especially going downhill, I was just racing down.
There's a car there,
Like,
Cango.
absolutely blistering speed.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Your
There are toll
custom
booths.
expects the delivery very soon.
yeah. Um, hurry music NZOs. Hurry up music, yeah.
Play Freebird.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But there's a lot of fun games that we can play together.
Mm-hmm. There's also Railroader still.
Oh yeah, that as well. Played a little bit again with Hans. It's because he started his own little single player um, game as well, but it's gotten to
Hmm.
the point where he's unable to keep up. So he wanted my help, so I helped him out a little bit.
Gotcha.
There's been a lot of updates to that as well, which is very
Hmm.
nice. They've got more cargo
Interesting.
variation and textures as well, and some of the scenery buildings are starting to get improved. So yeah,
That's good.
it's really nice.
That's nice to hear.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need to jump back to that eventually.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to stream, but I don't really feel like streaming as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm alive. Barely, but alive.
Good. That's good.
Oh, there's a railway here.
Hmm.
And off we go. Oh, okay, that was the. Wait, do I have
Oh,
a?
I'll take the next one. I'll take the next one.
I don't think
Actually,
you
there is.
can.
Do you know what? I'll just
Just
loop
turn
around.
around here.
Yeah. Twin steer.
Cango! Come on!
Hazards. Sorry.
That's. Eagle, you've got to watch that clip. You've got to.
Yeah.
I've got to clip that.
Yeah.
That was just a car that kind of got flattened. Because I was going the wrong way
Wait,
street in
what?
town. I know, it happens. Uh, right, viewpoint time.
They added brake squeal?
If your truck's damaged, only if it's more, I think 50% or more damaged or like wear on it, only then. But yeah, it's been in the game
Oh, I know
for a
what this
bit.
is. Oh, you're gonna love this waypoint. Sorry, watch point, I think.
Viewpoint, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like Corinth Canal.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yes.
Corinth Canal.
Third to last viewpoint. Ah, the postcards. I like that the brand industries skin also shows up for the AI.
Yep. You've got under air
Always makes
one.
me Yeah, it also always makes me think, oh, there's a player there because it's got a custom skin, not just a single color one. It's like, oh no, it's an AI.
Yep. It's a
Oh
nice
yeah,
little Easter egg to include with Brand.
true. And can you also do like, can you implement like localized AI that's only appear that your repaint only appears in one part of the map as part of the AI? Does that work
I
as well?
don't think
Because
so. I don't know.
I think I could be wrong, but I think the Bolora Blue bus, like the converted OMSI bus, like the electric bus, from D-Bus World, I think that spawns in France, like in Paris, I think. I believe if you have the mod active, I think that it spawns in AI traffic of that specifically. But I'd have to double check that to actually confirm.
Hmm.
I thought that was the case,
They
but
made
yeah.
the catenary too low.
Hmm.
It's clipping through the train.
Is it? Hmm. Oof. Yeah. I might report that.
Also, whoever made this catenary made it very badly.
Mm.
It's hanging down. It's like a normal wire, but it's not supposed to. God damn it.
It's not a traveling
I'm
simulator, I
going to
guess.
be nitpicking this stuff.
Yeah, makes sense if you have that mindset from a different game. But yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a nice little canal. That was a nice little stream as well.
Yeah.
Because I figured that because we weren't able to do OpenTTD, that hey, it would be
Yeah.
nice to play with you again.
Yeah. That was a great idea. I'm glad we did this.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
yeah,
they thought
we're
the ice. Yeah. In this little shop, they thought the ice cream as well, of course.
oh yeah,
Right behind me.
yeah. I'll see it.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that was a nice stream. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fun.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I'll close the convoy then.
Yeah. Also, thank you Twitch chat for watching.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Still need to upload my two streams from yesterday.
Oh yeah, I need to
And
check
this
what
one.
videos I have saved on as well on my drive.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
end the stream now, because if
we'll
that's
do, we'll do, we'll do.
Yep.
Good call, good call. Anyway, yeah, that was a lot of fun. So again, thank you for coming and good night.
Yeah. Goodbye,
see ya.
everyone.
See you on Monday.
Bye bye.